Hello.
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 Okay, we're gonna wait until everybody comes here. Let's see how many people join us today.
You're gonna have two similar sessions.
Yeah, that's the idea. Today I will have one hour, and it's gonna be less than 1 hour, and then we're gonna start another one at 9, which will be repeated. So you don't have to stay for the 2 hours in this one.
Sorry, we don't need to stay for 2 hours.
You don't need to stay for the 2 hours. We will repeat this session at 9. Okay.
Oh, okay. It's just like an hour session. Okay.
Sure.
How are you doing, guys? And you, Samuel, too.
Well, the campus is very quiet without you guys.
Yeah, I'm bad.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's 8 a.m. Here in Victoria. It's nice to see you all again. I'm gonna ask if you can just mute your mics, please. You will find a small icon on your left, and then if you can mute your mics. All right. So good to see you all guys again. This is my first time running these meetings, so we'll see how it goes. We're gonna test a little bit, and we'll see if you can also play with this, because today you will have a full day of classes. I know some of you may have different classes, so we'll see you later at the session later today in economics. But what I have planned for today is, first of all, maybe we can have a check-in of each of you, and just if you can tell us how are you doing, where are you, also to know what time is it right now, wherever you are. And then we're going to talk a little bit about what to expect from now on the sessions of global politics. And otherwise, any other question that you may have about what is remaining in the term, anything that you would like to share, we may have 1 hour for that. And I will repeat the same session at 9 o'clock, the time of Victoria today. I will share with you a webpage that I already sent you an email that I just made, so you may have some resources for what we're going to be talking about today. And that will be it for today. So if you allow me, I have here, I see all of you here in small windows. So I'm going to start with whoever I see first in my left, which is Ruhan. And then I'm going to go and give you maybe the word, so you can just say, how are you doing? Where are you? And what time is it right now? Where are you? And then we can go around all of you to see, and also we can say hi to everyone. It's good to see you again. So Ruan.
Hi guys, I'm all right. I'm in downtown Vancouver and it's 8:03 a.m.
Sorry, Ruan, I think you have to unmute.
Can you hear me now? Okay, so I'm doing great, I guess. It's a bit lonely, but I'm in Vancouver and it's 8:04 a.m.
Okay, well, Catherine?
Yes, hi, I'm doing good. I'm in Chelsea in Quebec. Yes.
Okay, and what time is it right now there in Quebec, Catherine?
11:04.
Good. Megia, I have you next. How are you? You have to unmute.
I'm a little bit tired because I'm enrolled back in my previous school. I just finished my classes, but it's 5 p.m. and it's fine.
So you are going to school as well back home right now?
Yes.
Rasim, I see you there.
So I'm also doing quite good. It's 11:05 in Quebec now. I'm happy to see many people that are also in Quebec right now. What else? I think we are lucky in my region of Quebec. The weather is quite nice.
Okay, and you are with someone, family, or you are with someone from Pearson?
Yes. I'm with my parents, of course.
Okay, good to see you, Rasim. Sarah, I see you next.
Hi, can you hear me? Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm doing all right. It's 11:05 here in Boston. America's making some fun decisions at the moment, so watching out for that. Yeah.
Yeah, interesting things to talk about, particularly in this class. So next week we may have a chance to share how are things going in your countries, and we may have this space to also put together ideas of how do you see things are evolving. I think this is a good space to talk about current events. So yeah, so hopefully please take care, keep washing your hands, and we're following on the news as well, not only in the USA, but whatever is happening in other parts of the world. So Elena, I have you next.
Hi, I'm in Quebec with Emily. I'm in Sherbrooke, and it's 11 a.m. and I'm doing good, even though back home is really bad and it's really hard for my family, so it's a bit hard being away, I guess. But yeah, as soon as Italy gets better, I think I'm gonna go home. But for now, it's too risky and hard. Yeah.
Okay, it's good to see you, Elena.
Thank you. It's good to see you as well.
Miles.
Yep. Hello, I'm in California right now. It's 8:07 and I'm doing all right, I guess.
Okay, and you are with family, Miles? Are you at home?
No, I'm just staying at my grandmother's old studio.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. Ritsuki.
Yeah, it's 10 minutes past midnight here. I'm doing good as well.
Okay, and you are okay at this time being awake, Ritsuki?
Yeah. I mean, it's decent. It's fine.
It's decent still. Okay, not too many changes from Pearson time, eh? You will still be awake if it was midnight here, eh?
Yeah.
Okay, good to see you, Ritsuki, 12 p.m. And then Omaya.
Hi, so I'm on a little town on Vancouver Island, so it's 8:08, and I'm doing pretty well, yeah.
Good to see you again. I see Agnes next. How are you doing, Agnes?
I'm doing great. I'm in Ottawa. It's 11:08, and I'm just like thinking about back home because the number of cases are increasing day by day. So it's risky because like my parents like have some sickness. My father is asthmatic, so I'm scared of him. I'm scared for him, so it's like a mix. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Mixed feelings, lots of worriness, but yeah, hopefully if they keep safe at home, that's what we need to do right now.
No, they're out.
They're out.
They have not yet declared quarantine in Cameroon, so everybody's out, and it's so risky. Yeah.
Okay. Simon, I see you next.
Hi, I'm in Vancouver right now, and it's 8:09, and I'm staying with my cousin. It's a bit lonely because we're not going out at all, but nice to see you guys.
Yeah, good to see you, Saima. Jillian, how are you doing?
I'm staying in Victoria with Angela. Yeah, it's been good.
Okay. Bibi? You have to unmute.
Oh, I'm good. I'm home in Greenland. It's 1 p.m., so it works. So pretty nice.
Okay, and you are at home with your family, everyone safe?
Yeah, I'm home in quarantine.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Okay, taking care of yourself and washing your hands.
Yeah, my hands are so dry.
I know.
But yeah.
Okay, I see Maha next. Hi, Maha.
Hello, Samuel. So yeah, I'm stuck in Montreal. I guess I'm doing fine. I'm just waiting for my borders to open. But yeah.
Sure, you don't have any news so far. There's nothing that looks like they're gonna open.
No, I don't know. I'm just waiting every day.
Okay. In Montreal, I guess it's 11 o'clock as well.
Yeah, it's 11:10.
Good. Okay, I see Ha over there. Ha.
I'm in Victoria. Specifically, I'm still in Calgary House, but under different circumstances. It's 8 as it should be in Victoria, and I am doing okay.
Okay, thank you, Ha. Samira, I see you next there. How are you doing?
Hi, I'm doing well. I'm still in Victoria because none of my family is back in Saskatoon. They're actually in Egypt. So I have to wait until like the borders open because I got denied by the embassy to go as a visitor, like as a traveler. But yeah, I'll just be waiting until like the summer when the borders open. But for now, I'll be staying in Victoria.
Okay. Good to see you again. William, how are you doing? How is that leg going?
Hi. Yeah, I'm doing well. I'm back in Newfoundland with my family, as you know, and my leg is a lot better. So that's great. I'm able to walk with just a cane now, so that's exciting. Yeah, and it's about 12:40 p.m. here, so it's perfect. Perfect
Okay.
time. Yeah.
Okay. Well, the other side of Canada. Good to see you, William.
Yeah.
Antonio, are you in Brazil, and how are you doing? I wonder if you went to Brazil.
Yeah, I am here and I'm doing good. It's 12:12.
Good. Then I see, let's see who I see next here. Hera. Hi, Hera.
Hi. I'm in Jamaica. Yeah, I'm in Jamaica. It's 10:12 right now, so it's pretty, and it's warm. So yeah, in quarantine. But yeah, I'm good.
Okay, good. Haim. Oh, I don't know if we can hear Haim. I cannot hear you. Can you double check your mic, please? Okay, so he hasn't. Okay, so I'm gonna come back to you, Haim, if you want to check it while we are going around, and we're gonna come back to you. Shaznay?
Hi. I'm in Fort Simpson in the Northwest Territories. It's 9:15 and I'm good. There's no cases here yet.
Okay. Yeah, one of the things is that they canceled the flights to the north from here, I think. I don't know if it also affects you, but some people were stranded here. They couldn't go up because they wanted to maintain maybe more isolated up there. So yeah, yeah. I don't know if that's true over your region, but I know in other places, also the Yukon, there were no flights going to the Yukon since 2 days ago, I think. So.
Okay. That
yeah.
may be recently. I haven't heard about, but maybe recently.
Good. Well, stay safe over there. And good to see you again, Chesney. And then I have Muriel next.
I'm back in Norway. I'm super jet lagged, but I think I'm good. And then it's like very stormy and windy outside, so I kind of miss Pearson weather. And it's like 4 in the afternoon, 4 p.m. Like, yeah.
Still good. Still not that bad for you?
No, it's fine.
Okay. Okay, and then I have over here, I see Alex. Hi, Alex.
Yeah, I'm back in Scotland. It's 3 p.m. and yeah, we don't really know. We just went on lockdown a couple of days ago, so that's fun. Yeah. But other than that, doing well.
Okay. Okay, your family is doing all right?
Yeah, my family's all fine. We're just kind of getting sick of each other being stuck indoors all the time. But
yeah, so expect that for the next, I don't know, week. So we don't think this is going to be end very soon. So anyways, Haim, did you try your mic? Haim? I guess no.
He's saying in the chat that it's not working.
Okay. Okay. Okay, guys, so it's great to see you again. Well, I see that the range of times, we have lots of ranges here, but as long as this is not making you to be really too awake in times that you should be sleeping, I think other than Ritsuki, we should be fine. So as you read the emails from Emily, this is how we're gonna try to work, at least for this week. We'll see how it goes. And if it works okay for most of us, we're gonna keep doing that with all the courses. I know some courses are more, you need more to be all together. What we want to do with this one, with global politics, is that we don't need to be connected all together at the same time. The plan that I'm making is that if we can just, like today, if you are able and you are willing to connect next week, we want to do that. Just to chat about maybe current events. We are not going to have a formal class because what I'm planning to do is just to send you some assignments, because at this time we were almost done with the chapter and we were not planning to start another chapter anyway. So we were going to practice some IB questions and we're going to have some time to work on your IAs. So the plan keeps going the same way. So instead of meeting in the classroom, we will just have this space for you to connect, just as a space of sharing, but we don't need to be connected on Thursdays at this time. So you know, it's voluntary from now on. However, I'm gonna share with you, let me see, because I'm trying to also understand this Zoom thing. So I'm gonna try to share with you a web page that I made that has some of the tasks that I'm gonna ask you to work. And then the idea is if you can submit those tasks, which are going to be written via Turnitin. So that will be the assessment that we will have and the learning part in terms of IB syllabus. Otherwise, I think it's a good space for us to be connected. If you want to be connected, we can talk about current events. We can talk about how things are going around the world. There's a recession coming. The situation of the COVID-19 also is affecting many people. Maybe we want to adapt what we have learned so far. Maybe we want just to share things that are happening in your countries. And this could be a good space just to understand a little bit more other than what the news tells us in just a common forum. But again, this is not going to be a compulsory class for you to know. I know in other classes you may need to do that, but not for this one. I see Victoria, Vicky is connecting right now. So hi, Vicky, if you could want just to say hi and say how are you doing and where are you right now and what time is it where you are now. You have to unmute your mic. Vicky, I don't know if you are listening. No, I don't think it's not working. Okay, so in the meanwhile, I want to see if I can share with you this web page that I just sent you an email about. So you will see that there are some tasks there. Let me see. Share screen. So I should find this. Give me 1 sec. Okay, so I think if you can see, there's this the screen there that says Samuel Econ classes. Yeah. So the idea is to go is that I put here, if we go to global politics, I just send you the link via email. So if you can check that also on your email. And then I have here what we're going to be doing. We were supposed to work on a group assignment, but now it's going to be tricky to work it in groups. So if you go to here where it says tasks, if you go to country assignment, it's the same thing that we have been working so far. The idea will be one of the countries that, remember, you were identifying and diagnosing. And now we want you to write a small essay about the diagnosis of the country and trying to find out ways of how this country may achieve better stages of well-being. And then again, the questions to answer are in this document. So if we go down here, so we would like just an essay of not more than 4 pages of text. If you want to add some graphs or tables or data or figures, that could be added, but we would like at least 4 pages, not more than that, of text. And then we have an introduction, the diagnosis of the country. Then we want to identify at least 2 challenges from all of these challenges that are posted here. So we may have economic factors or environmental factors or institutional factors. So there are some readings there. I expect you to have some time to read and maybe just to understand what these factors mean. And then if you can just say, well, from the cultural side and from the economic side, we can take these 2 as challenges to be overcome in this country. And then once they are overcome, we should expect these outcomes, and this will be the proposal that this country should take if they want to solve the problems that I identified. So then that will be your conclusion. And again, this is not something that is a PhD or is an EE, but it's just to understand a little bit more about development strategies. So the idea will be, if you can work on this, your deadline will be next week. So I'm putting the deadline for next Thursday, which is the 2nd of April. I will send you the link of Turnitin. And then next Thursday, we will connect again if you want. This is, again, not compulsory, because I'm going to post here an IB question. So for you to work, actually, I will post 2 IB questions, then you choose either or, and then you will have another week to work on your IB questions. And then the idea of getting together in this forum is just to ask if you have any questions about working on these IB questions. So this is what we are expected to make on the next following weeks, and that's how we're going to be ending this year. In terms of marks, we are not really right now sure how are we going to be marking your first year, because of whatever is happening hasn't allowed us to make final examinations. I don't think you will have final examinations. So as first years, I wouldn't be really worried about marks, because usually what we do is we send predicted grades to universities once you come back to the college in September. So we may have a chance to make an IB question when you are up here after September, and that will allow us to give an idea of predicted grades. But nothing of this is written in stone. Anything can change in the next weeks, but then again, we are just expecting some instructions from the IB and from Emily in particular of what's going to happen at Pearson. So I just want to open it for questions, if you have any questions of what the assignment is and what is expected for us to do.
Samuel.
Hola, Vicky. Hi.
Sorry, I came in late. I was very confused.
That's okay.
So we have to do a project of.
Yeah, if you can, if you want, I will gonna re-say it again. So.
Thank you.
No problem. So if you go to the webpage that I just sent you the link via email, then you go and you will go to the global politics part, and then you will find what is said country assignment essay. So the idea would be to write an essay, here are all the prompts of what you need to do. So you need to adopt the lower income country. You already started to do that in a group before we left the college. So based on the information that you got in the group, so maybe you want to find your group members if you don't have the information with you, just to update the data that you had. And then you have here the instructions. You want to diagnose different barriers and identify at least 2 different factors that are hindering development of that country that you adopted. So that's what we were already doing in class, but we want just to do it individually instead of doing it in groups, because we don't have a chance to present it in a forum like the class. So what I would like you to do is just to research, to work on this, and then send me the essay via Turnitin.
Okay.
I don't have a group. Can I join a group?
Muriel, the question is if you want to join a group because you didn't have a group?
Yeah.
Okay, so again, some groups are more organized than others. I expect at this point, some of you were already working on this, some of you were starting to work on this. So if you want to join any of the, maybe you want to ask one of your friends if they already have a group and be added to that group, and that's fine with me, because what I gave you at the beginning of the month was some worksheet that has some, let's say, variables that you were finding about different countries. So for example, how many airports your country had, the HDI level. So all of that is in one of, I think you still have that with you. Hopefully some of you have it. If you don't have it, I can upload the basic format, but then you have to find the data maybe by yourself, or maybe the group has already identified those variables. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Samuel, are we supposed to speak about this data, like all the numbers of airports, etc., in our essay, or was it just to help us kind of?
Good question. So as you will see with what is being asked here in the research, well, in the document that I uploaded, you don't have to use all of those, but you can use, or you should use some of those, because you want to identify, for example, if the country is landlocked, for example, how that is affecting economically that country. If the country is having, for example, a small amount of infrastructure, then if that is part of your diagnosis, because you are diagnosing some economic factors that should be taken into consideration, then you want to use the data that you have identified. If you are talking about environmental factors that maybe because of loss of pollution, people are not achieving well-being, then that is when you are using your data that you have found on that country, and you say, well, pollution of rivers, or maybe the CO2 emissions is too high, etc. So that will be the idea of using the data to support your proposal of what should be addressed in these 2 different areas. So one could be economic, the other one environmental, the other one institutional, or the other one social and cultural factors. All of that actually there are some sources here in the document. So when you read the document, you will not be too lost, because you will see what are we talking about when we see all these different factors.
And sorry, one last question about like the IB questions. For when are we supposed to do the IB question? Like,
good. So I want to do it by steps. So I want just to focus also on this first task, and then next Thursday I'm gonna just upload the IB questions. If you are able to connect, we're gonna talk about that. If you are not able to connect, that's okay, because I'm gonna still send an email to say the questions are there. Then you just focus on the first question, work on that, because my purpose is for you to practice IB questions. And that will be the the main task to work. And then if you have questions about the questions, then we can connect the next Thursday. So each Thursday will be just a checkup on how are we feeling about those questions.
Thank you.
Mel,
yeah.
For this task, there's a possibility that we're like, for example, 2 or 3 different people are writing about a same country.
Mm-hmm.
So is that the case? So,
yeah.
Or like, should I find another country?
No, that's even expected because some of you were already identifying a country in a group. So that doesn't really matter. As long as you work individually on what are the factors, it doesn't matter that the country is going to be the same.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Any other questions? Just jump in. Okay, let's see if I can go back here. Okay, so other than that, let's see if I can just close this here.
Samuel?
Yeah.
Can we send in like a first draft before we hand in the final?
That's a good question. I didn't think about it. Let's use the deadline to whatever you have done so far. Hopefully, let's say this would be your final draft. Upload it to Turnitin. I will read all of them. If I have some feedback, I will give you feedback. But again, I wouldn't be too worried about marks because this is not really focused on marks. This is more focused on understanding. So my feedback will be, well, maybe you would have done this, or maybe why are you doing that, but not necessarily to present something perfect because this is not really working in terms of IB grades, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Any other questions?
Yeah, I wanted to ask you are we gonna have like an IB question? I don't know if you already answered for like our achieved grade, or is it only gonna be based on like these assignments?
Yeah. So that's one of the things that we have not decided yet here at the college. Yeah, we don't know what we don't even know if you're gonna have an achieved grade this year because of some classes not having enough material to have you an achieved. So that's something that is still to be determined. And also how, if we decide that you will have an achieved grade as your first year, then we need to create something, and this is not part of it yet, okay? So this is just practice questions. All right. Elena?
Nothing.
No? Okay, guys, so that will be for me for today. This is just, again, trying to get together, and I'm playing also, I'm learning with you guys, so you are my teachers today of how I'm gonna be using this tool later. I hope this is working well for you. I hope that the time doesn't, I know the time is affecting some of you in different ways. However, for us, well, it works okay. I think I'm gonna end today with you at this time. I'm gonna retake or remake the same session at 9 a.m. for some people who were not able to connect at 8. And please feel free to ask more questions via email. I don't have Google Classroom, as you know. I'm trying to find ways of having one, but so far we can communicate via email if you have any questions or anything that you would like to ask later. Sounds good?
Yeah.
Okay, Haim, were you able to connect?
I think there's something wrong with his mic and just in general, so.
Okay. Well, it's nice to see you all, guys. The campus is really quiet without you. That actually explains that people make a difference. This is just a lot of buildings that are just there, and it's so quiet without you. So we really hope that things are going well in wherever you are and back home and with your families. We hope to see you soon here, but so far let's keep connecting by Zoom, and next Thursday we will connect again at 8 a.m. Again, I just want to make sure that you understand it's not compulsory to connect if it's too late for you, but I will still send the instructions about the IB questions via email anyways. Okay.
Also, Samuel,
Yeah.
did you record it? Like, you can like record the lesson so persons who aren't able to make it can watch.
Ooh, good point, and I forgot totally, and I should have done it. So I want to do it at 9 o'clock again, but I will record this meeting so you will have a record of this later. Thank you, Hera, for that reminder.
No problem.
Good. Okay, unless there's nothing else. I see a chat here. Let me see. I said means record. Oh, this one was recorded. Okay, so it's recording for some reasons. Maybe I just put it on automatic recording. Okay, guys, it's good to see you. So be safe, be well, and we'll see you next Thursday.
Thank you, Samuel.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.